Dear students, always percentage of brokerage is calculated on face value. It is not the original cost price because he is supposed to pay brokerage 1.5%. Both will yield him income, and the total income is 275 they told, and they are asking you how much he invested in the first case and second case. Selling and purchasing, same logic you can apply. First you calculate the selling price. Income of first case equated to income of second case so that you will get the total value. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of stocks and shares. Now, Mr. Ravi sold rupees 2250 stock at 75, bought stock at 88.5 with the proceeds. How much stock does he buy if the brokerage is 2% for selling and 1.5% for buying? Say he has stock and he sold it at rupees 75, and with the proceeds means what? With that amount he purchased another stock at 88.50, and for both the cases he is paying a brokerage. For selling he is paying 2%, and for buying he is paying 1.5%. Now they're asking you how much stock, means stock worth of the stock, how much he got is the question. So first we'll see selling price per share, SP per share is selling it at, so selling price per share is selling it at what? 75 with a brokerage of 2%. Say selling price is 75 minus 2% means 2 rupees, that will become 73 rupees. Dear students, always percentage of brokerage is calculated on face value, 100 rupees. For 100 rupees, 2 rupees is 100 rupees, 2% is 2 rupees. From 75, remove 2, so you'll get 73 rupees. Then, how much stock does he buy? So, 73 rupees is paying, and he is invest for, see, for one share, he is getting 73 rupees, and he is selling a stock worth 2250. So, now, for 100 rupees, he'll get 73 rupees. And he is having a stock worth how much? 2250. For 2250, what will be the selling price? So what is the amount he'll get is X. So now this is the framework, and you know both are directly proportional, so cross multiply and equate. So you'll get X into 100 is equal to 73 into 2250. X is equal to 73 into 2250 divided by 100. Simplify this. 5 2s are 5 4s are 5 5s are 45. Now 73 into 45 by 2. 2 1s are 2 2s are 22.5. 73 into 22.5. So now multiply this, you will get 1642.5. This is the selling price. So now he got this much amount, 1642.5. So by selling Mr. Ravi got rupees 1642.5. Now here invest it on other stock. So now cost price per stock, cost price per stock, or for 100 rupees worth stock we can say cost price. See here he is buying at 88.5. that is not the original cost price because he is supposed to pay brokerage 1.5%. so that will become 88.5 plus 1.5 because he is paying brokerage. 88.5 plus 1.5, it will become 89.5, it will be 90 rupees. So now for 100 rupees stock he is purchasing at 90 rupees. 100 rupees stock is purchasing at 90 rupees, and he is not investing 100 rupees, he is taking it at purchasing at 1642.5. For this, what is the amount what is the stock worth he'll get. So now because he is paying so much of amount, and what is the stock worth he is getting? For every 100 rupees he'll get 90 rupees. So therefore for this, what is the stock worth he is getting? Worth of the stock they want. So now if you divide 90 for this, 1642.5 divided by 90, you will get stock cost, or we say unitary method. You can follow unitary method and arrive at the result. No, using unitary method, for 100 rupees you will get 90 rupees cost. For 1000, say 642.5, how much worth stock worth, this is stock worth, how much stock worth you will get, we'll see. So now cross multiply because it's direct relation. So x into 100 is equal to 90 into 1642.5. Simplify, you will get x is equal to 90 into 1642.5 divided by 100. You can cancel 0, 0. Remaining part you can simplify this. So 99 into 16 by 10 means I can shift the point again. So it become 164.25. Now multiply this. So you'll get 1478.25 after multiplication. This is the stock worth he got. So by proceeds means by paying the amount what he got an amount of what? 1642.5 after selling, and he'll purchase stock using this amount, but the worth of the stock is just 1478.25. Next, Gopal invested rupees 2400 partly in 10% stock at 120 and partly in 12% stock at 96. Find his investment in each case, and if income derived from the investment is total 275 rupees. They are telling he is investing total 2400 rupees partly into one part of the stock which is 10% at 120 and the other part is 12% stock at 96. Both will yield him income, and the total income is 275 they told, and they are asking you how much he invested in the first case and second case. So we will assume let x be the investment. Let x be the investment on 10% stock at 120, and remaining, so out of 2400 x he invested, remaining is what? 2400 minus x be the investment on the remaining, that is 12% stock at what? 96. Now coming to this, both the cases we can take income and total income they give. Total income is what? 275. What is the income of first case? All of you know, yesterday I taught you in my last session, what is income? Income is equal to market, here dividend percent or rate percent. We'll say R. So yesterday I gave the formula, so we can take rate percent in the numerator and market value into investment. This is the formula. So first is what? 10% and market value is 120. Income of first case is 10 divided by market value into investment. In first case investment is x, plus second case rate is 12 divided by market value is 96 into investment is 2400 minus x. This is income of first case, this is income of second case. Put together they gave total income, they gave 275. Solve this equation, you will get x. So I can cancel this too. So I will get x by 12. Here 12 ones are 12, 8s are. Then I will get 8 if you multiply. 8 ones are 8, 3s are 300 minus x by 8 is equal to 275. Rearrange it. So now x by 12 minus x by 8 is equal to 275 minus 300. So for 12 and 8, find the LCM for 12 and 8. 2 4s are 2 6s are 2 2s are 2 3s are 2 2s are 4 2s are 8 2s are 2 2s are 4 2s are 8 3s are 24. For 12 and 8 LCM is 24. Here 12 2s are 2x minus 8 3s are 3x is equal to 275 minus 300 gives you minus 25. So minus x divided by 24 is equal to minus 25. 275 is the total income value they give, minus minus cancels. I am left out with x by 24 is equal to 25. Rearrange. If I rearrange, x is equal to what? 25 into 24. So 25 fours are 100, all of you know. 25 twos are 50, 50 plus 1. 25 fours are 100. So 0 and 10. 25 twos are 50. 50 plus 10. 25 into 2, 50. 50 plus 10, 60. 600. So therefore, Mr. Gopal invested rupees 600 on first case. What is the first case? 10% stock at 120. And remaining is what? 2400 minus 600, that will give you 1800. So he invested this much, that is he invested 1800 and the remaining part, that is on 12% stock at 96. This is his investment. Next, Kiran sold rupees 800 stock at 91 and purchased stock rupees 94.50 with the proceeds. How much does he buy if the brokerage is 0.25%? Dear students, apply the same logic what I taught you in the first case. Here in the first problem 18, selling and purchasing, same logic you can apply. First you calculate the selling price and take it as investment and see what rate he purchased. So now here first find selling price per share, per stock, or for 100 rupees worth. See now he is selling, Kiran sold at what? 91 rupees. 91 plus brokerage. What is the brokerage? How much does he buy if the brokerage is 0.25? So 0.25% is the brokerage. 91.25 is the selling price. So now you have to calculate per 800 rupees worth. So for 100 rupees he will get 91.25. For 800 how much he will get? So now you have to rearrange. So you will get x is equal to, by cross multiplying, 91.25 into 800 is x into this and divided by 100. 2 zeros cancels and multiply, you will get the selling price. If you multiply, you will get 726 rupees. See here, 726 rupees, whatever you got is his selling price. And now he should invest it to purchase. And what is the cost price? Cost price per stock. Cost price is, he is purchasing at 94.50 plus brokerage. What is the brokerage? 0.25 plus 0.25 becomes 94 plus 0.25, 94.75. Means for every 100 rupees he will purchase 94, he is supposed to pay 94.75 rupees. For every 100 rupees he is paying this much, and totally he is investing. What is the total investment? Total investment is, here we got 726. For 726 rupees, what is the worth of the stock he will get? We should see. Now cross multiply, x is equal to 94.75 into 726 divided by 100. Simplify this, you will get the stock worth. I hope all of you got this. So simplify this further to get the stock worth. Shift the points. After multiplication, you will get 687.885. So he will purchase stock worth 687.88 rupees. And obviously, because he is, for every 100 rupees he is investing, he is getting a stock of he is investing 94.75 rupees. So, but he invested 726 rupees. What is the stock worth he got? You should calculate. Stock worth will be less than what he invested. A person invested 42,000 rupees partly in 5% stock at 125 and remaining in 7.5% stock at 75. If the income derived from the two stocks is same, find the respective investment. Dear students, part investment, if you refer this question number, part investment, that is partly question number 19. So I expect all of you to sit and complete this, and to solve this refer 19. Same method. So one you take x and remaining is what, 42,000 minus x, and they told he'll get same income. Income in first case is equal to income in second case. To calculate income, what is the formula I told you? Income is equal to rate divided by market value into amount invested. So income is equal to rate by market value into amount invested. Income of first case equated to income of second case, so that you will get the total value. I hope all of you understood this. Please sit and practice them. I'll see you in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.